Hello everyone, welcome in, welcome in. How are all of you doing? How are all of you? Hi, and hi, Sunny, congratulations on being first. And Kai, thank you so much for the resub for now 4 months. Oh my goodness, thank you so much, Kai. Thank you, thank you. I do greatly appreciate that. Thank you. Amane, congratulations on second. And yeah, we're going to be running a different music pack. These are all, the intro song actually was made by Vampsy. And all the songs you'll be hearing tonight will be still by Wish. Wish still makes pretty much all my music. I do want to get a couple more songs by Vampsy though. But Sunshine, hello. Ronan, hello. Yes, Kai, thank you. I do greatly appreciate it. So, we're here tonight for something very cool, very fun, and I forgot that I need to set up a separate window just so that I can look at things. And Takeo, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? Went outside to see. You should be able to start seeing it pretty well. So, as you can see, nothing yet. You should start really being able to see it now. It will only be part of the moon. The moon will not turn red yet. That'll happen in about 20 minutes. In my house, I can see the entire sky. I wish that could be me. So once this moon starts really to... Thank you for throwing love at me. Once the moon really starts turning red, I will go outside so that I can see and take pictures of it, so I will be gone for probably a couple minutes. But besides that, we'll be here just yapping and just seeing the moon progress. The video behind me is the live stream from the Griffith Observatory. Griffith Observatory has their own fundraiser to raise funds to keep on being able to provide viewings for kids in LA. So let me just get their thing up, because they do these streams frequently, and they're just really cool at being able to just have this available. Okay, let's... they are using music, and I'm scared to use the music. Okay, so let's... Okay. Trying to get their foundation campaign. I'm trying to get the donate button. Where is the donate? You can get like a membership. Ah, here we go. Donate and legacy giving. Okay. So this is how you can donate to the Griffith Observatory. So you can't hear my typing at all. I'm very happy about that. Okay. Let's just pin that. We will pin that up. But yeah, so that's what all music will be provided by Wish, but the video itself is the Griffith Observatory live feed, which is so awesome. I didn't think with streaming that I would be able to do stuff like this. I am so just yes. Wait, can you see this now? Yeah, you can go walk, if you're in North or South America, you can go walk outside and you'll really start being able to see the moon darken, no matter where you are in North or South America. Bottego, hello, welcome in. Sunshine, thank you for throwing love at me. And Barry, hello. I also need to start doing shoutouts, sorry. Get Barry a shout out. And so yes, just by eyes, you will 100% be able to start seeing the side, the bottom left side of the moon will really be in darkening. I also just closed the window that I was using. As my brain just like shut off. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to have a window off to the side. So yeah, that's what it'll really begin starting in about 20 minutes. You'll really begin to see it. You can already see some of it right now, but 20 minutes will be really cool. And so that's what, for if you're not in North or South America, we'll have this live stream to be able to just still have fun with it. You know, while everyone may not be able to see events such as these, it's good to just be able to show them off. But Keely, hello, welcome in. And Dropshot, hello. Thank you for the hot dog. But yes, that's what. It's about 5 a.m. Eastern time, but that's how long. That's when it'll go to. Yeah, that's right. You can be outside watching this if you're in North or South America right now. But yeah, that's what. Take pictures. It is hard to take pictures of the moon because of the reflection of the moon dust. That it actually diffracts the sun's light, which is why whenever you try to take a picture of the moon, it comes out really weird. It's because of the reflection of the sun's light there. Oh yes, and Wampus dropping in to say hi, working on my final. Good luck on your final. Keep working hard, Wampus. And hi, Mara. How are you doing? Hi, Mara. Are you doing well? But yes, so that's what. All the music will be provided by Wish. This is all new music. So, this is all new music that hopefully you all will like. And of course, Sunny. Oh, don't make me sad. Oh. Most people also don't have long enough focal length on their phone cameras to get a good move up. Correct. Correct. Also, hi, G. How are you doing? Long time no see. But yes, that's what focal length, and the reason why you need to change your focal length is because of the refraction. But yeah, it's very cool and interesting. Actually, I'm probably going to run out and just look at it for like a minute. So this is how it's going to go. I'm just going to be gone for like 30 seconds or a minute, and then I'll be right back. I don't have anything to be able to denote that I'm gone. Maybe you'll have something. Also, this song, oh my goodness. This one I've been so excited about. It's so good. Okay. I don't really have any good. I don't really have anything good for this. I guess maybe I'll just do the woozy. Whenever I'm gone, this will be over my face. I think we can go based off of that. So I'll be right back. Yes, happy lunar eclipse. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. It looks so good. It looks so good. It looks so good. Like, yes. Yes. Oh my goodness. So, what we'll be seeing here is, if you don't know, a lunar eclipse is when the Earth is in between the moon and the sun. And so, do I have paint? Oh wait, I'm showing the screen. We're gonna take up a little bit of real estate over here. So really what's happening is that we have it where colors. So the Earth is right here. And then the sun, you know, this is not to scale. The sun is down here, shining its light. And so the light goes like this, and it gets absorbed by the Earth itself. And we'll just have the moon. I can choose color. And so the moon will just be up here. And so what's happening, especially during this, is that the Earth is in between the sun's rays and the moon. But because this light bends around heavy objects, the light will bend a little bit and go around. So it'll still be illuminated by the sun's light, albeit much dimmer because of this light that bends. And actually what happens is that as it passes through the Earth's shadow, which this is, we can just show that by like black, like this is Earth's shadow here. And so as it passes through Earth's shadow, our atmosphere is blue and will take blue light in. And so with that, it takes the blue light, blue and green, out of light, and all that you're left with is red and purple. And so the moon will start turning red once the atmosphere really starts absorbing the colors of the light. And that's how the moon turns red. It's so awesome. And the reason why this doesn't happen more often is that this only happens like once every 4 years somewhere on Earth. The reason why this doesn't happen too often is because the moon and the Earth relatively, the moon is very small and very far away from Earth. And so the chances of it actually going through the Earth's shadow perfectly are very low. And so this is something, again, it's like every 4 years. So, you know, you can think about it as like, you'll see this maybe 20 times. Yeah, if you're lucky, 20 times in your life. And so it's just so cool. So cool. Yeah. I just love events like these because of just how monumental they are and just how cool the science is behind it. And so actually we're 3 minutes, so it's going to be 50% covered in 3 minutes. And so we're almost 50% of the way there. And we'll actually start seeing it turn red ever so slightly. But yes. Any questions, actually? I can answer some questions while we're going through things. I can also just yap, like, about eclipses, about objects, anything that you're wanting. A 326 will be maximum. Yeah, yeah, so that's what, it'll be... Yeah, that's when it'll be at maximum. Yes, indeed. So it will be really red then. And just to note, it will be different depending on where you are in Brazil. It'll be different times. So that there will be different times for when it's at maximum, but we'll all be experiencing it sort of at the same time. It'll just be slightly different. And so this is for Los Angeles. That's where this observatory is. So I can actually run outside right now and start trying to see in Sao Paulo. So you should, yeah, actually Sao Paulo should be good. And we're talking like minutes, you know, we're not talking a lot of a difference, but it'll just be like minutes difference because it's the Earth's shadow that's covering the moon. So it'll be very close to that. But it's something where it's very cool. So once this starts turning red, you should be, if you're in North or South America, you should be able to start seeing red happen. It may be a minute off, a minute or two off, but yeah, it'll be cool. Thanks for the PSA. My housemates and I are outside. Let's go, bear. Not joking, that's the best thing to do during these events, is just go stand outside. See the entire moon from here, and my house is tall. Let's go, Tego. Let's go. Okay. So we should be at 50% right now. And with it being at 50%, we'll start seeing it turn red from here. How many times have I seen a lunar eclipse already? I have seen lunar eclipses twice in my life. And I've seen 2 solar eclipses. 2 and 2. Which is actually crazy because there's been a lot of solar eclipses recently. Crazy. Yeah. So this is number 3 for me. But yeah, we'll start to see red seeping in as the Earth's atmosphere is absorbing the light. And you can actually see this is a good zoom in You can really start seeing there's just like a slight shade of red right there. So that's really zoomed in on the edge of the shadow. So, you know, up here it's still 100% reflecting the sun's rays, but right here it's really getting covered. This is covered by Earth's shadow, and you'll just start seeing red just ever so slightly creeping in over the few minutes. And yeah, so that's what it'll be. About 30 minutes will be at maximum, where it will be fully red. It's just so exciting. Well, I guess I can try to point out some objects here. Um, uh, so what we're looking at right now, trying to get orientation, actually. But, okay, so, okay. I have orientation now. So, oh, does this not have a better zoom? It doesn't, okay. 1 second, I'm gonna try to get a better map. Okay, this did not help. I think I just made this harder for me. I just want a map of the moon. Okay, so overall, right here, actually right here is where Apollo 17 landed. Apollo 11 landed down here, and Apollo 15 landed over here. So, we'll have a lot of Apollo landings on the side that you can see whenever. Okay, let's see if this map... Oh, this doesn't have anything labeled. I'm just trying to find a labeled map for craters that I can point out. I am not finding... I thought this would be simple, honestly. Okay. So this crater right here is Mare Cericium. Very, very cool, but it's just the Sea of Ceres. And so there's actually very tiny craters inside of it as well. And what we're seeing up here, I am having to look at a map and trying to associate. Found it. Okay. Oh, that's Plato. Oh, that's Plato crater. Let's go. So, one really cool thing that we'll talk about. So the moon is covered, absolutely covered with a ton of craters. With craters, that's where there was an impact from a stellar object. Also, hi, Kyo. And the one thing between the Earth and the moon is that on Earth, we don't see too many actual, like, heavy impact meteors. You know, not like any of the craters that we see here. So, one of the very key things about the moon is that it's actually in a very incredible place for being able to protect Earth from larger stellar objects. Because of how quick the moon orbits around the Earth, and because of its distance, and because of its size and mass, it is able to take almost all objects and move them away from actually impacting the Earth. It's really dependent on its mass, so its size and weight, and how fast it goes around Earth. And so, because it goes so fast around Earth, relatively for um, stellar objects, it's able to start just wobbling the object just a little bit. And a little bit of wobble on space terms can change so very much. That's why, actually, if you saw the news about the meteor that was going to be close to hitting Earth, it went from like 4% to hitting Earth to now it's going to very likely hit the moon. That's because of this little wobble that the moon does and that the moon can do to objects. Also, hi, Cozy. How are you doing? Cozy, you should go outside and look at the moon, or just like peek at the moon right now. But yeah, so that's what it'll be very cool. And again, you'll just start seeing red on the edge, and it'll just get, actually, you can really start seeing the shading down here. How it's just like very different from up here. You can sort of see there's a difference in shading. That's the red starting to seep in. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Just the atmosphere. Oh, thank you for throwing love at me. That's just the atmosphere absorbing the different spectrums of color from the sun's light. And all that will be left is red and purple. Or red and indigo, actually. Nope. Thank you for throwing 4 love at me. But that's a really cool thing about the moon, is that it actually protects us from a lot of objects. And really, it can be boiled down to, I took a sip, Barry, but thank you. But it can be boiled down to, instead of my long explanation, it goes around the Earth really quickly, and it's very large in comparison to Earth. It's very large for a moon. So with that, when you see other planets and they have moons that don't protect them as well, that's because generally their moons are a lot smaller, or they have a lot slower of an orbit. It's only a sliver. Yeah, I know, Cozy. Okay, I'm gonna go look at it. You all, like, don't burn anything down or something, I don't know. I'll be back in like a minute. It's so cool. So cool. So yeah. Oh, they're starting to get red? I didn't see red on it. I didn't see red on it. I didn't see red yet. So that's why we'll start really seeing red. But yeah, that's the red. So all of that is the Earth's atmosphere absorbing the spectrum of light. And all that you're left with is red and purple hitting the moon. But yeah. It's already a little red. That's why we'll really start seeing it. I'll probably go out again in like 15 minutes. Silly question. There are no silly questions. Please ask all away every question. I may put a mattress on my backyard. Yeah, I mean, you can just look over here. See it turning more and more red. Okay, I may run outside again. I'll probably wait for another minute, maybe minute and a half. I'll go run outside again. If I can't see this one, does that mean that you couldn't see the ones that I saw years ago? Yes, exactly. 100%. Generally, it's, I mean, even this one, it's in the Earth's shadow in totality for 50 minutes, 50. So, that's why it'll be red for about 50 minutes, give or take. But that's what it'll be in the Earth's shadow for such a small amount of time that you wouldn't see one that's here in the North-South America hemisphere versus one that's in Eastern Europe, which will be very different from like Eastern Russia, China. You probably wouldn't see a lunar eclipse if they were there. I'm really avoiding trying to run out again. I'm gonna be honest. I want to stay here and be here with all of you. I have my monitor up on my right, so that's what you'll see. Me just looking over. I'm just gonna wait a couple more minutes because it'll start really turning red. But whenever it's still getting the direct rays of sunlight, like up here, it'll make it harder to see the red that's down here. Just look at that. Look at this color. It's so cool. And just to let you all know again, even though the moon is in Earth's shadow, the reason why we can still see it, minus this portion is still getting sun. The reason why we can still see it is that the light is bending around the curvature of the Earth. So it's bending around Earth and sort of focusing just a little bit more on the shadow. So Earth's shadow is not truly a complete shadow, as you would see from like you holding your hand up above the ground. But yeah, so this is probably a better view of what you would see when you look outside. You'd start seeing a little bit of red here, but really it'll be obscured by this top portion still getting full sunlight. So cool. It's so cool. Because you can also see how much sun the moon actually gets. With this delineation line right here. Like, you can see how much light actually comes off of the moon. But generally we don't see it as much because it's all just the same. And it's just such... Yes, it's just so cool. Also, sorry that I'm like... Just like... I love this. Is it gonna get really red or just that fit? It'll get really red. It'll be like this red, but across the entire thing. And that'll be starting in about 18 minutes. 17 minutes. And again, that'll be a couple minutes on each side. So, depending on where you are, if you're in Eastern Brazil, you may get it in like 15 minutes. But again, we're talking, you know, minutes at that point. Look here in the excitement. Your voice, I also finished my protection spells and enchantments. Oh. Yeah, it is a blood moon. So be careful. Be careful if there's any supernatural events happening around. Make sure that you do have wards and protections. But yeah. Listen, Knight's not around. Knight's not around, Q. But yeah, so this view is really good on showing what you would actually be seeing. I'm probably gonna go out now. I'm sorry, this'll happen. I'm sorry, but I want to see it. I'll be right back. Yes, I can confirm. I can confirm. You can 100% start seeing it at the bottom. The light that is coming from the upper right hand side is making it difficult to see the red. But you can see just like a little bit, just like a little sliver of red. What time for EST? It'll be in about 10 minutes. You'll really start seeing it. And it's really, really cool to see the transition because once it's fully covered, it'll turn really red really quickly. Especially for any observer looking with their eyes. But yeah, even the images that I got, like you're not able to get a good shot of it, but you can start seeing red on it. So cool. And I'll be posting pictures to Discord for all of you to see. Now, my camera's not really great. I'm just using my phone camera. But we'll begin seeing. You can actually really see in that one. You can see the little split and everything. But especially like if you zoom in and look towards the bottom, you can see the red. You can see the red outline. It's so cool. So cool. It's so cool. And trust me, you all will be able to get much better pictures once this part is again completely covered, which will be happening in about 10 minutes. And probably in about 9 minutes, I'll be doing another run out there. And then I'll be out there for a couple minutes, and then I'll be back here for the rest of the time. It's so cool. So any other questions? Anything space related? You know, I'd prefer to keep it to like the moon and eclipses. Oh, thank you for throwing love at me. But it can just be any space questions. Any wonderings of anything here? Fun fact about the moon is that its spin and its rotation around the Earth are pretty much exact. And so, is it true no one has seen the? Oh no, we have plenty of pictures from the other side. I mean, you can't see the other. Actually, goes perfect to what I was saying. You can't see the other side from Earth because of the rotation of the moon and the revolution of the moon. And so when we're talking about rotation and revolution, rotation is it spinning on its own axis. So whenever you have this, and it spins around this way, that's rotation. Revolution is when you have this and it'll go around. So these are like two different objects. Now the moons, both of them, are about 29 days. And so because of that, the side that's facing us is always facing us. But that's just something that you see. It's a very, very, very peculiar thing and very odd. But yeah, we have plenty of pictures of the other side, 100%. So yeah. No, I feel like stuff would have gone down in ancient times with stuff like this. Yeah, no, 100%. But yeah, so that's what ancient times. This would be like a omen. There would be the crazy guy who's awake at night, who sees this and it's like it's an omen. War is coming or terror is coming. Like, so many ancient astronomers have it where they would be able to predict really well when these astrological events would happen, just via math. And so they use math a lot and just observations to be able to calculate so many things. But whenever there would be a solar event like this, there would be like, if it's a solar eclipse, it would be like the day the sun went out, and that's when they would perform sacrifices. In like South American culture, South and Central American culture, you also had sacrifices around, but to satiate the gods, because everyone would be in fear and terror. They would see a red moon and be like, it's like blood. And yeah, it's so many cool things, especially historically, with having these celestial events happen. Is it known what is in the core of the moon? Yes and no. Yes, in that it'll be sort of similar to Earth's core, because both of them. So the reason the moon exists is that very early on in the formation of the solar system, a giant rock hit what was Earth, and the two sort of melded together, and Earth had a ring for a while as the moon collected and shaped up, and then the moon eventually got big enough to where it absorbed all of the ring around Earth. And so Earth doesn't have a ring because of the moon also. Such a thing. But it'll be very similar to Earth's, but it may be a little bit different. We don't know because we don't have core samples from the moon. If we're able to invest more time, energy, and money into actually being able to go to the moon, getting a core sample would be crazy. Like, I'm not joking, the like, just how insane that would be to get a core sample of the moon. You would have so many people going bonkers. Oh, no clouds, no. Oh, why does it become red again? Yeah, I'll draw it quickly. because it's a couple more minutes. So we have the Earth, the Moon, and the Sun. So the Sun generally shoots out its rays. It's all straight at all the same time. But because the Earth, so light can bend around massive objects. The Earth is a massive object. So light bends ever so slightly around Earth. So it'll bend just a little bit and it'll go that way. And then it'll bend just a little bit and go that way. So it lights up the, let's just say the moon's here. Okay. So it'll light up the moon, even though it's in Earth's shadow. But because the atmosphere is blue, so it's reflecting blue light, it's absorbing other spectrums and wavelengths of light. All that can get through our atmosphere is red and purple from bending around in our atmosphere. So red and purple will be showing on the moon because the Earth's atmosphere will suck away the colors of blue, green, and yellow to be able to, just because of how the Earth's atmosphere is composed. And yeah, late stream super dead. You better be outside watching this. If you're not, I'm gonna bonk you. In Minecraft. But yes, such a very cool thing. I'm trying to avoid going out there. It's like 2 more minutes and you should really start being able to see it. I'm gonna go in like 2 minutes. I'm gonna go in 2 minutes. I have the wherewithal. I can stay here. I can stay here. I can control myself. Because I won't see anything until that little sliver. You see this little sliver? Okay, I'm going outside. Never mind. It's like so super close. Okay, I'm gonna go outside. Because it'll be happening. It'll be happening. We're talking minutes. Minutes. Avi Lenore, thank you for the raids. Sorry, I'm outside. I'm outside looking at the lunar eclipse right now. Oh my goodness, both of you. Hi, welcome in. Hi. Hi, Raiders. How are you doing? I am Nick or Nicodemus. It's a pleasure to have you in here. This is the moon right now over North and South America. We are experiencing a lunar eclipse literally this moment. And so I've been answering questions and I've been observing it myself. It's like I'm really hoping we can get a good picture of it over yes, North, Central, and South America, very much so. And so, depending on where you are, East Coast versus West Coast, you can really start seeing the full eclipse if you're on the East Coast. And so, hi Lenore, hi Clavi, thank you both for the raids. Hi everyone, I'm Nicodemus. I'm generally ASM artist and variety streamer. We're variety streaming right now. We're streaming such an amazing event. This generally only happens every 4 years on Earth. And it's going to be a blood moon. Blood moon lunar eclipse is when it is set up in a sense that light overall bends around heavy objects. And so the Earth is heavy enough that it'll bend the sun's light a little bit. And what will happen is that the light will bend just a little bit around the Earth and hit the moon. And what's happening here is that the Earth's atmosphere, because of what it's made out of, is going to take everything away from the sun's light besides the color red and purple. And so because of that, we see the reds and purples as a part of the moon, which makes it a blood moon. Anyways, Clavi, Lenore, how are both of you? If you're in North, Central, or South America, please go outside. Literally right now, just go outside for a minute, try to find the moon. It's going to be very dark. You will not see it too easily. If you can get a star chart or some sort of star map to point out where the moon is, highly would recommend that. You know, if you just have that around, I do, but I'm insane. So that's why I'm not moving out. Well, that's okay. That's why I have it up on stream. You can be able to watch it. This stream is a live stream from the Griffith Observatory in Los Angeles. They generally have streams of these events. They're very awesome. They're in the pinned link to be able to donate to them. Just a very awesome observatory overall. So this is so that we can all sort of see it at the same time. But Lenore, Clavi, what were you streaming? How are both of you? Be sure that both of you are getting some water, getting some food, washing your face, if you're not going outside and looking at this. Because again, this is an event that really you'll only see like 20 times in your lifetime, if you're lucky. And this is one of those moments. It's just so cool. So very cool. But yeah, everyone else just hi, welcome in. I'm sorry, I'm generally not as hyper as this, but this is genuinely one of the things that I truly love in life. 100%. And so 40 if you reach 80. I didn't math that correct. You're right. You'll see 40 times in your lifetime. Give or take. Or no, that's fine. It'll be 20 times because it's every 4 years. Yeah, never mind. I thought, yeah, never mind. Just chatting, updating people. On being sick. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry, Lenore. Please do feel better. But yeah, no, this is like... But yeah, that's right. You'll be lucky if you see this like 20 to 25 times in your life. And again, this is just one of those times. You can see it on screen if you're not able to see it. It's yes. Just yes. Um, I'm going to go run out there in about 1 to 2 minutes and go look again. Because what we're really waiting for is this little sliver of light is still getting sunlight. And because the sun's light is so much more powerful than the Earth's shadow, um, it will very much overpower the rest. You'll see red, but you won't see what is this entirety red. Okay, it's like 1 minute. I'm gonna go run outside. When I have the sign over my face, I'm outside, looking at it, taking pictures. I will be posting pictures in my Discord that I get. But if you're in North Central or South America, you can just go outside and look for yourself. You don't need pictures. I'll be right back. Oh my goodness, yes, you can see it. You can see it. Like it's close enough to you can just straight up see it. Oh my goodness. Anyways, Lenore, call me if you're going away. Uh, uh, you all have an amazing night. Again, thank you. I got a lot of pictures. Got a lot of pictures, and I'm trying to snooze ads this entire time. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. It's a red moon rising. There's a couple of clouds out, but I actually use those to make it more cinematic. 100%. But Cole, Matthew, and Serial, all thank you very much for the follows. I hope you all are having a fantastic time zone no matter where you are. But I got some really good pictures. Here you can really just see the red little dot just like shining. It's so cool. If you go into the Discord, you'll see it. And I tried to get some good pictures there. But yes, 100% there are amazing observatories. Very correct, Wampus. There's amazing observatories out there, and a lot of places where it is science education that allow us to be able to experience these things and have people be able to choose this as a life passion that they can go and dedicate time and energy towards to be able to research, study, and learn and just know. I mean, me myself, I don't work in an observatory, but seeing my first time that I was able to see the universe, I was 6 in the mountains in New England, and my dad took me out on a cold winter's night. The snow was on the ground, and it was freezing cold. He took me up the mountain, and I heard like wolves howl, and I was like, I thought there was going to be a werewolf attack. And as he took me up, I was focused on werewolves, obviously, the more important danger there. But eventually we came out into a clearing from the trees, and he just like said, look up. And you could see the entire Milky Way galaxy. And that's what really inspired me to do the things that I have done in life. And it's these amazing events that are like this that can be inspirational to 6-year-olds and be able to get them out there to go do incredible and amazing things in the future so that they never stop getting curious, never stop hunting for the next bit of information for something else that's awesome and cool and amazing. So that's where I revel in all of this. I just love it all so much. Yeah, so that's what, if you want to, please go outside. Please just observe it once. If you can't, or you don't want to, it's okay. Again, you're observing it here. And that's it. I'll be around for a couple minutes, and then I'm gonna go check it again. Probably in about 5 minutes. I'll go check it again for a couple minutes, and then I'll be back for the rest of the time. Have you guys liked the music in the background? This is all custom music made by Wish Tales. Just for me. This is the, whenever you go over to Wish's stream, these are some of the selections that he's made for me. Is it White Day today? I don't know what you mean by that, Q. And of course, Sunny. Nice music and cool to learn Nick lore. No, I have a lot of things where that's what, pretty much since the age of 6 I've been obsessed with space. And at Nick lore, I've written a paper, or helped write a paper on orbital mechanics. my speciality was orbital dynamics, and specifically looking at uh, small near-Earth objects, NEOs, uh, and having transfer deltas between the uh, asteroid belt and between Earth's orbit, and how that would be done, and what science would have to go behind bringing a we were going 50,000 kilogram object. I think it was 50,000. May have been 5,000. I may be adding an additional zero. Bringing asteroid into near-Earth orbit and having it in a stable orbit to be able to study, examine, and excavate. So that's what the entire paper was about. But yeah, that's I mean, that was my contribution. It wasn't anything too big. That was my only contribution. I'm hoping that I can make more in the future. But it's just awesome to be able to have this as a part of life, a part of what we can view and observe about the universe. One really great thing, Neil deGrasse Tyson. I've been able to meet him. Guy is super awesome. And one thing that he said specifically is that we are stardust, and that came from like Cosmos, the show that he hosted. And yeah, no, like one thing about humans, the building blocks of what makes life are the same thing as what is out there on the moon right now, what is in a star right now. We are all the same thing. So when it's humans observing the universe, it's the universe looking at itself. And it is something that is so just fundamental about everything, is that we're the same thing. Obviously, a lot of things have happened in between, but we still come from the same thing. And it's just something that really guides what I think in that. And so, yeah. One more minute, and then I'm gonna go outside again. And I'm just gonna go take a couple more pictures. But if you go into the Discord right now, if you go into the Discord under pictures, I think it's pictures, that's the name of it. Yeah, under pictures. Oh, everyone's posting pictures. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you for those posting pictures. But you can go see pictures. You can go see people's... I'm gonna cry. I didn't know you all were taking pictures and doing this. Well, I'm gonna go... I'm gonna go look at it again. And going to go take some more pictures. Thank you all for being here and observing this with me. I'll be back. I'll be out there for probably like 3 to 4 minutes. Because this will be my last time going outside, and then I'll be around here to answer questions and just yap until it's out of Earth's shadow. So I'll be back in like 3 to 5 minutes. And you can tell that I'm gone because I have a mask or a sign, I guess. Okay, I'll be back. Now I'm back. I'll be back. I'll be here for the rest of the time. Thank you all for being able to let me have some time for doing that. Here, I just want to show the picture that I just got. So this is the picture I was able to take with my phone. You can really make out the craters. And also it almost looks like a face if you see it. Really creepy. But that's a picture I was able to take. And so I very much enjoyed that. Where am I going to enjoy? Oh, I did enjoy it very much so. I'm now here to enjoy it with all of you. I got my little fun. I was giggling like a maniac. But yes, so I was giggling so very much. It's just, I love these events so very much. But that's the rest of the event. We'll actually start seeing the moon light up. It'll be from the bottom of it. We'll start seeing it light up as it leaves the Earth's shadow in about 10-15 minutes. The moon. The cloud. No. And so, yeah. It's something that's truly magnificent, and this is what makes me so excited. Back then my brother mistaken the red moon for Mars, and I don't blame him at all. Not at all. Mars is very small though. You can see it with your naked eye. But it is. You wouldn't be able to see it like this. But yeah, no. It's just like again, like this is what I was able to just take with my phone camera. Like, imagine seeing that and you didn't understand what was going on. Like, if you saw that, you'd be like, well, that's it, the world's gonna end. Oh, it's fine if I post my old pic. Oh, of course. Yeah, no, 100% go for it. 100% go for it. Is there anyone in any voice chat that I need to yell at? Oh, Kitty's streaming right now. I mean, we'll see. I'll talk to Kitty about it. Just be like, hey. Hey. There's this stuff going on. But, Kitty's focused on her stream. Creepy moon moment. A bunch of deer came to my window, looked at me in the direction. Cozy? What's happening over there? What's happening over there, Cozy? Are you, did you upset anything? A creepy deer pig. You could probably post that to the Discord if you want. If not, you can just send it to me. The deer came near my window, looked at me, and then in the direction of the moon. Cozy, that's crazy. You're just living your witch life. You're just living the witch life. It's okay. Oh my goodness. I love it so very much. So very much. And again, all of this is done by the Griffith Observatory. You can go donate to them using the pinned message if you want to. Donations to these observatory foundations make it so that these educational broadcasts, the access to them, are able to happen more often, and they're able to reach a wider range of people to go inspire them to do something that they may think is impossible, and they can go and make it reality. Let's see the deer pic. Oh my goodness, that is creepy. Cozy, what are you doing over there? Do you need to sacrifice anything? Are you sacrificing things? My goodness. And thank you all of you for just coming around, being around for this. You just get to see one of my true, very big obsessions. I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. You're fine. We just need to find some toads. So one thing I'd like you all to like take a little gander at, a little glance. Oh, these are some good pictures. Yeah, when you're observatory, you can get some rocking pictures. I mean, you can get good pictures like this for like $600. You can get amazing, like probably like $150. You can start getting some really good astrophotography stuff. If you spend like $600, you can take pictures of any of the planets in the solar system. And if I ever get to the point where I can have a balcony, like a good balcony or something, to where I can have a telescope placed on it, like an indoor balcony, where it has like windows around it or something, I don't know. Or just like a backyard. I would be spending so much time out there. Would it be red on the surface of the moon? Oh, it would be red on the surface of the moon. 100%. That's the only light that's coming from the moon, so the moon will be red on there. Oh, and you can see it's starting to fade. It's starting to fade. You can start seeing the light come in. But yeah, that's why if you're anywhere on the moon that's facing Earth, because again, like with how the moon is situated with Earth, it's sort of like, just do like new, I guess, don't save. Yeah. So just like how this is, we have Earth here, then we have little itty bitty moon. Then we'll just say this is the sun again. So what's happening is that the light's bending around. You know, obviously exaggerated and not to scale. But anyone on this side of the moon that's facing Earth, anyone here will be seeing everything will be red. Where's Mars in the diagram? It won't let me go that far. Anyways, you see it down there. Mars is like here. I hope that was beneficial. What do you mean not to scale? Sorry, you're right. I do have the ability to draw everything perfectly to scale. just off of the rip. But yeah, that's what, if you remember, the white was over here. And now we're starting to get the white transferring over here as it will start encompassing the moon. I'd say a planet was going to pop out from... No, we are in front of the moon right now. We're in front of the moon. So what's happening is that it's coming out of Earth's shadow. if a planet popped out from behind this, we have a lot to worry about. Oh, but you can see this is one of the very famous crater right there, where you can see the long streaks from its impact. Still on the moon. Very important part. Because the moon has no atmosphere, there is extremely, extremely limited erosion on the moon. Yeah, there's very small erosion from light hitting the moon or impacts. And so everything that we see on the moon is hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years old, millions of years old. And because there's no erosion, all of these craters have been just over time telling the story of the moon in its orbit around Earth. And so there's so much that we can learn about a lot of the creation. Oh. Scuff moment for the observatory. But there's so much that we can learn from the moon about how the Earth was formed. So very much. And so whenever we're able to do more, get more expeditions, being able to get more things of being able to research from the moon, like that's how we're able to explore and research. But thank you again, Cozy, for the 100 moon biddies. Thank you so very much. I do appreciate it. And Barry, of course, this is what I've been wanting to do. I almost very, if I could, I would be a science streamer because I love talking about this and just teaching about this. So instead we do ASMR because I like ASMR as well. And I just get to yap when these things happen. And this is your first eclipse. You're going to have to see a solar eclipse, Barry. If you can get to see a solar eclipse, that is life-changing as well. That is, it's one of those where lunar eclipse is awesome. Solar eclipse is life-changing. So thank you for being around. I do greatly appreciate it. And Scarlet, thank you for throwing love at me. And nothing's really happened. It's starting, the moon is starting to come out from Earth's shadow. So you can start seeing the white from the sun. I have a question. Why does it shake sometimes? Oh, that's just the observatory's telescope. It must be very windy in Los Angeles right now. And so it's just the telescope, and any sort of like little movement will look like a huge shake, whereas, you know, it's maybe moving just like millimeters and it'll look like a huge shake. The lack of atmosphere, why cheese on the moon doesn't get Annie, yes it is. 100%. You go, girl. 100%. Hi Annie, you cute. But yeah. The moon is not cheese. Please do not eat moon dust. You will die, probably. I wanted to try to watch the solar eclipse, but I didn't have the right equipment. Obviously it's the very easy thing to have around. Just have a welder's mask. No, that's completely sarcasm. So very important to have the right equipment when looking at a solar eclipse, as you are still looking directly at the sun. Just as we are able to see the moon, so there's light hitting the moon still. The moon is very small. in astrological terms. It's really large in moon terms, but it's really small. And so whenever it's crossing over the Earth and leaving a shadow on the Earth, a lot more light is able to go around the moon. If you stare at a solar eclipse, you are still getting almost all of the light of looking at the sun. Do not look at a solar eclipse without eye protection, please. Are there bunnies on the moon? I mean, it depends. We need to get some space bunnies up there. Isn't moon dust just like normal rock? Would it technically be not so? It is not normal rock. A lot of the dust is extremely sharp. So it's like asbestos. Perfect. Yes, Annie. So yeah, that's what. If you eat moon dust, you're eating asbestos, pretty much. Annie, I didn't know that you do that. That's awesome. Just as we can see the moon can see us. Exactly, 100%. So that's what, if you're on the moon looking at the sun, or at Earth and the sun, please wear eye protection. If you end up doing that, please wear eye protection, because you're still getting a lot of the sun's rays on the moon. Yep, that's why I didn't watch this past one. Yeah. Try the plate thing, but I couldn't get to it. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Was I not supposed to just... No, the moon's okay. Moon's completely okay. Cozy, moon's completely okay. What you don't want to be is looking right at the sun. And so I was talking for a solar eclipse. So during a solar eclipse, when the moon is in between the Earth and the sun, you're still looking at the sun, pretty much. So what I was saying is that if you're on the moon and you're looking at Earth and looking at the sun, you're still mostly looking at the sun. Like, you're still getting a lot of sun's rays there. Super bad for your eye health. Don't look at the sun is what I'm trying to say. It doesn't matter what's in between you and the sun. Don't look at it without eye protection. And you watch Mythbusters. You know what, Annie? You were able to retain that knowledge, and that is so awesome. But yeah, that's what. Long and short of it, please don't look at the sun. Doesn't matter if there's like an umbrella between you and the sun, or if there's a moon between you and the sun. Just don't. It's for your own safety. If you have eye protection, then do it for short amounts of time. When there was a solar eclipse where I lived last year, I did not have eye protection. I did the thing of, I'm going to stare at it for a couple of seconds and then rest my eyes. By the end of the day, my eyes were hurting so bad, even though it was like 20, 30 minutes. Yeah, so I was being dumb there, and I even had sunglasses on. Even especially dark sunglasses. You want something stronger than sunglasses. That's why welding goggles is actually a good thing, because the welding goggles are designed to look at that very small point of light from the welding stick. So welding goggles, amazing to look at the sun. Still don't do it for extended periods of time, but you can look for like 10, 20 seconds at a time instead of a couple. Can you look at it through your phone camera? Yes, it is difficult though, and trust me when I say the difference between seeing with your eyes and your phone camera it's very, very different. So that's all I'll say about that. Also, excuse me. My goodness. It is late. It is very late. Yes. How are all of you? Did you all like this? I know we just sort of yapped, hung out. I was gone for maybe like 15 minutes. But yeah. Also, don't look at welding pools with naked eyes. They will burn your retinas. Correct, Annie. Yes. 100%. Please do not look at welding pools. Those contact points are bad. So, as you can see, we're starting to have the sun's light come back. And so actually that means, and I'm sure I can find an image of it. Let's see. Can I get a good image? Because that implies that it's not a perfectly straight eclipse. Let me go to history for a second. Just gonna look at things for a second. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Is it like somewhere here? Ah, right here. Oh yeah, no, you can actually really see it. So this is the... Sorry, I probably shouldn't take up the entire screen. So this is what is the path of the moon. So you can actually sort of see that it is very much not a direct path. And so it's a little bit above and to the left of what would be considered center. You can sort of see. We zoom in. Okay, never mind. It's one of those where the images stays the same. Open image. Let me zoom in. There we go. So what we would call a head-on or completely straight eclipse, lunar eclipse, would be following this line. But since it's not straight, just due to how the Earth and the moon are positioned, we have it where the light, if you saw, the light ended on this corner, and now it's coming back on this corner inside. That's simply because we're seeing it from this angle, so it loses it over there, and then it'll gain it back just right 90 degrees on the other side. Anyways, that's all that. Well, we're probably gonna go for maybe 10 more minutes. Because I need to go to sleep. I have been staying up for this. So hopefully we can get it to where it's lit up a little bit more. But any questions, anything, will be completely normal in 10 minutes. It will not be completely normal. It'll be like halfway-ish. It'll be completely normal in about 40 minutes. It'll be 100% normal. So that's why it'll be 30 minutes probably after stream ends that it'll be back to normal. Why is Nick such... Well, first of all, I'm not a cutie, so I don't know what you're talking about. So, it's just an invalid question. It's okay, though. It's okay. I don't think I am, but do appreciate it. And why am I smart? I read a lot of books. I have no idea. I have no idea. Another question? You said that happened. So it's not exact. When talking about celestial bodies, never exact. But we can look up right now. When is the next lunar eclipse? So the next total lunar eclipse will be September 7th. Then another one in 2026. Oh. Total lunar eclipses are less common than partial ones, which can happen. So partials can happen 3 times a year, but full ones will be a little bit. So that's what we'll actually have 3 in the span of a year, pretty much, which is a lot. I don't know if it's just talking about the US. If it's talking about just the US, that is an insane amount to happen. That's an insane amount to have happen. Yeah, that's why it's the last total lunar eclipse was in 2022. So that's why it does vary. Like, you know, same 4 years is just me, like, just taking the average. 3 in a year is crazy. Like, genuinely, there must be some sort of alignment to where the moon is more likely to be behind Earth's shadow over the course of a year, because that's insane. So we'll be having more of these. What did that say? September 6th? So I'll write that down. But that's why it's like the last one was 2022. For here. Again, talking North, Central, South America. Because it does happen around the Earth, you know, a couple times a year. But is the same place that's 3 times in a year is crazy. Like, genuinely. Well, I make a statement. Honestly depends. Oh, sorry. It honestly depends. If I can, I will. 100%. Because I just love doing this. And you know, next time that happens, I'll probably yap about the same stuff. I'll probably just yap about the same stuff. Okay, so where do I send you all off to? Again, Lenore, Clappy, thank you for the raids. I don't know if you're still here at all. I have no idea. Because, like, you know, we were watching a lunar eclipse, so it's not really like that fits into a good category. My goodness. Excuse me. So would you all like ASMR? Would you like a game stream? Oh, Birdie is streaming. I love Birdie. Birdie's a very good friend. Very, very good friend. I enjoy her greatly. But I'm up at an odd time for me. So are there any Australians? It's like, this is a good Australian time. Excuse me. Okay, not... Excuse... Oh my goodness. So not seeing any Australians right now. So I think we'll just be raiding Birdie because this is September 1, we'll be seeing it East. Yeah, no, that's exactly it. That's what it will happen multiple times a year. It's just happening in the same place is unlikely. But apparently we'll have 3 in a year, which is insane. Anyways, you can start really seeing the moon is starting to get back to its normal color. And that's a lunar eclipse. I'd like to thank you all for being here. I know this is like an odd outstream, but it is really cool to be able to share this experience with you all.